The federal government has commenced a nationwide documentation and training for food vendors for its national homegrown school feeding program. This is part of activities lined up to promote a homegrown sourced products for school children across the country. At the Lagos session of the program, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Mrs. Sadiya Umar Farouk, who was represented by staff of the ministry, Mr. Oni Williams Olu, said the government places priority on creating an enabling environment for citizens to thrive. She added that the program is aimed at training food vendors across the country to maintain a safe and hygienic environment while preparing and procuring food for children.
The expected result is we want an hygienic environment. We want quality food and quantity food for our children.
On her part, the Lagos State Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Mrs. Yetunde Arobieke, lauded the initiative of the government, emphasizing that it will make education more meaningful and enticing.
All the people involved in this NSIP must have the knowledge that we are not cooking for our children to get sick. We are not cooking for them, to have health implications. We are cooking for them to add to their wealth, to make education more meaningful to them.
Zonal Coordinator, National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, Mrs. Uche Chinyere, and the Program Manager, Homegrown School Feeding Program, Lagos, Mr. Olaleko Akim, added that the idea by the government to involve youths in its national social investment program will take away restiveness among youths and guide them towards a profitable venture.
Now we are talking about homegrown food and then the feeding program. So they are like two things merged together. They are feeding the children using our homegrown food, which is also a plus to the government, and that is also ways of trying to alleviate poverty.
This program is one of the NSIP programs of the federal government, and I tell you, we believe our cooks, they are knowledgeable. We believe in continuous improvement of learning. We believe that as cooks, we have to take cognizance of their knowledge of the basics or tenets of hygiene.
Participants were enlightened on hygienic food processing, food procurement, costing, kitchen portion control, menu standardization, and financial literacy.
The key points: personal hygiene, making sure they take care of themselves; environmental hygiene, making sure they take care of their kitchen; and food hygiene, making sure they wash the food products they are cooking properly.
This is not the first program we have been doing. This is the third program that we have been doing. And they used to tell us everything about hygiene, that we should keep cleaning our environment. It should be neat always. Our food well prepared for the children so that they will not contact disease and sickness.
The documentation and training for food vendors for the federal government's national homegrown school feeding program will be held across the country.